Guys, welcome back to another episode of the 100 Build Minecraft series. Today we're over here by the horse stables with these goofy bees. I forgot that I added this because I never check up on my bees. But oh, poor bro is starving. Dude, go, fatty. Yeah, so I rarely ever do anything with bees. So I forgot that they had that face on my texture pack. I don't even remember when I added that. But today I have to build a beekeeper's hut. So I'm just gonna get started, and of course I'm gonna put it directly across from the stables. So I actually have a small idea for what I want to do with this. If I can find my stone. So we gotta throw some of this in. Honestly, I'm gonna need more. I'll be sure to grab some more later. But for right now, what I'm thinking about doing is this. I'll get some grass blocks, because, you can't ever have enough grass blocks. I feel like you are, I feel like a good test of how far along you are in your Minecraft world is if you have grass blocks or not. Because by then, you have, like, enchanting and soak touch and all that, or you just got really lucky. In which case, don't take that. But it's kind of like Terraria. And oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. In Terraria, the way I always decide like how far along I am is by once I can one-shot a slime. Once you can one-shot a slime in Terraria, you're basically like pretty good. You're doing good progress. Anyways, today we're gonna be making this hut, and of course, mini creative mode before this. And I actually have really nice idea for this roof. I took inspiration from the mountain hut that I did 2 episodes ago, and I made a new roof design that I'm really happy to show you guys. So let me take some logs. Let me take stone bricks right here. Yeah, stone bricks. Shoot, I'm actually thinking about more stone bricks too. Some stairs, and I cut down some more birch wood somewhere. Oh my gosh, I almost be sick of this sound already. That should be fine for right now. For right now, that's pretty good. So, trying to think. Maybe I should change what the door was, because the door was on the side. But I think if I'm just gonna have it directly across from here, let me go another 3. Let me go another 3 then at least. And if it's 7 on each side, then it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's up a few for that one. Because what I'm actually doing for this is I'm laying a foundation like this. Oh, crazy. Anyways, let's get this going. So then we go up 3. Yeah, so it's actually 5 I need to go. And then it's all the way here. And we got our first frame done. And then I think I did like 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's gonna look real nice. I think y'all are gonna like how it turns out. But anyways, today's topic. What y'all hopefully come here for. I was actually, still got that lisp. I was asking my sister, like, hey, what should I talk about in today's video? Like, I couldn't think of anything. And she's like, oh yeah, talk about some, like, childhood lore. So we're going to be doing that. First story. When I was young, I was, like, a little prick. Yeah, that's the best way to describe me. I was a little prick. And, I was always getting on my mom's nerves and stuff. And one day, oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Gotta replace this. But, I mean, this still doesn't justify what I'm about to talk about. But one day, like, I was rage baiting my mom and my entire family as a middle schooler. Looking back, if I could meet middle school myself, what I would say to him is, you deserve to fucking die. and then I would drop kick that bitch. Me in middle school did not deserve any type of happiness ever. I was a little gremlin. I should have been shot in the face and left to rot on the side of a street corner. I was a dick in middle school. But it's fine now because I've grown up. But anyways, talking about that. What were they? Yeah. So I would rage bait my parents. I still do to this day, of course, you know, D1 rage baiter over here. But I would rage bait my parents. And one day I did it on my mom way too well. And so the story was, she told me to make my bed. So I had a bunk bed at the time. And you know, I'm not gonna take like all the sheets up there and do the bunk bed all at once. So I had them like sitting on the floor, like they were just washed. Oh my gosh, so yeah. They were just washed and they were just all sitting on the floor. And I was like, yeah, so I'll just go down there and just one at a time, get each sheet, put it on my bed. So I'm doing that, and my mom sees this and she thinks that I'm throwing a fit. So she does what any reasonable person would do, and she picks up a chair. She picks up a chair and throws it at my door. And it was really funny because then there was a hole in my door. And I had to end up filling it with duct tape. And it's still there if I go back to my mom's house. It's just sitting there. Really funny looking. And so that's lore number one. That's lore number one. Lore number two. So I used to have a trampoline. How's Garfield doing? I used to have a trampoline before it got really windy one day and then like kind of flew away. But I used to have a trampoline, and I have two older brothers, Cameron Daniel, and then a younger sister, Elise. So we were all playing on the trampoline, and I'm chilling. And then I'm not chilling because my second oldest brother, Daniel, decides it would be a nice idea to drop kick me off of the trampoline. So I'm sent tumbling, and I luckily don't hit my head and like die because my heels, like hooked onto the edge, and I was like barely hanging on. It was really funny. But like looking back, that's some like, no, Final Destination. I would say that would be like a Final Destination type death. But if it was Final Destination, I probably would have like exploded somehow. Speaking of that, I watched the new the new one. I think it came out like May, so not too new anymore, or it might have been April. It came out a while ago, right? And I liked it. My dad for some reason really hates them. I mean, I get why, they're kind of goofy, but that's like the charm of it, you know? Anyways, more lore. Okay. So, I have a second channel somewhere. Y'all are going to find it. I'm not telling y'all what it is. You guys can find it easier. It's way more popular than this channel. But, if you go to the oldest video there, I have this video called, like, My Sister Wants Me to Get Out of Her Room Now. And that video really shows, like, how much of a dick I was as a kid. Because the entire video was my sister was getting her hair combed. But she had like, rats. I think that's what they call it. So anyway, the staircase is like, the roof is like this, by the way. Do this. Nice. So, that's the roof. I really like the design of it. I'll show you guys in a second. Anyway, let's get back to the story. So, if you guys go to my more popular channel and go to, like, oldest videos, there's a video called My Sister Wants Me to Get Out of Her Room Now. And what it is my sister had rats in her hair. My mom was combing them out. But it hurts, because they were, like, pulling on the hair, getting it untangled. Shit. And my sister obviously wasn't having too good of a time. And I had just gotten a GoPro for Christmas. It was either Christmas or my birthday. I forgot. And I was recording on it. And I see my sister, like, suffering because of her haircut and having to get it combed and everything. And I do what any good, responsible older brother would do. I go and I record her crying face, and she's all pissed. She's all pissed. And I'm laughing my ass off. I'm laughing my ass off with my brother. We're being like assholes, all things considered. Oh wait, no. Right here would be birchwood. But anyways, I do all that. And then I see my golden opportunity. My mom had just left the room. My sister's door was wide open. And I book it. I book it into her room. And she tries to shut the door on me, but it fails because I'm already inside the room. And I'm not going to scream because I have neighbors. And no matter how much I have already screamed, I don't want to piss them off even more. Also, I can't do as good as an impression. I can't do a great impression of her. What she said was like, get out of my room now. Way more loud, way more mad. But, I mean, you guys would really just watch the video. You guys are going to have to find it yourself. I mean, it's called My Sister Wants Me to Get Out of Her Room Now. It's not too hard to find. But that was my first ever video on my channel, I think. And then I made some terrible Box Fort prison escape video, and it was hell. It was hell. Also, I think people bullied me in that video. I looked at the like to dislike ratio on it, because it's private right now, but I looked at it, and it's like, I think it's like 50 dislikes to like 5 likes. It's horrible. I mean, good, because I was like a little kid trying to make a Box Fort prison escape, so it went as well as you think. God, this is so stupid. In the video, the Box Fort prison escape is I had my sister tie my hands up in duct tape. And then she put me inside of a Chewy box, or like this giant cardboard box. I don't know what it was from. Just like this giant box. And I had to grab the scissors that I was basically sitting on top of in that box, cut myself free, and then leave. So it's a miracle with how dumb I was back then that I didn't accidentally just kill myself. Like, it's actually crazy. More lore, more lore. Okay, so Cameron story this time. It's so my family's German, or we have like German roots. So my mom knows how to speak German, along with my grandma. But there is this book, and I mean, knowing the German language, it's probably called like, and it probably means like a sweet tale for German children, right? Because that's how the Germans are for some reason. Ooh. Kind of racist, but kind of true. Kind of true. I can also say it because, like, have you... whatever. Losing the topic. There was a book, and it was, like, children's fairy tales, or children's stories for German children. And, you know, it has all the good moral lessons, like, don't suck on your thumbs or else some deranged lunatic will come around the corner and cut off your thumbs. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not messing with you. This is an actual thing that happens in that book. And this, like, poor kid is sucking his thumbs, and this deranged guy just comes out of nowhere and cuts him off because reasons. But anyways, there's a story in there called Soup and Kaspa. Soup and Kaspa. I'm probably saying that wrong. But what it's about is there is this little kid who was like, no, I don't want to eat soup. It's disgusting. So he keeps doing that until he just dies. He just dies of malnutrition. His piss poor parents were like, our child doesn't want to eat. Well, instead of either forcing him to eat the soup or just not making soup, we're going to kill him. Bro. Like, let bro eat something else. Like, yo, soup obviously ain't good. Let bro eat something else. So that was pretty funny. Actually, let me talk about that book. Because some of the stories were crazy. There was one where these 3 dudes I love this story. I love this story because I can't speak any German, so I don't know if I'm even telling it right. But the way that I see it, there were 3 dudes, and they saw this black guy, and they started making fun of him because they were racist. Anyways, it says Saint Nicholas. You know, Santa Claus sees this, and he gets mad at them, and he's like, to teach y'all a lesson, I'm gonna do this, and he puts them all into tubs of ink, right, to make them black. The funny part comes from the fact that that doesn't stop them. At the end of the book, they are still being racist to that guy. Like, it shows them all making fun of him for being black while they are literally pitch black. And it's kind of funny because if this is supposed to be teach moral lessons, the lesson is you can't stop racists. So, you know, really, really uplifting stuff when you think about it. Let me think of some more stories. There was one where this kid was being mean to this dog. So the dog went and bit off his wiener, I think. Or he, like, really hurt the kid, and as a reward for really hurting that kid, because that kid was making, like, random-ass women on the street cry. So, you know, kind of deserved it. But as a reward, I think that dog got, like, a sausage. So, you know, there's uplifting stories like that. Like, I would love to see a little shit get bitten by a dog, and then the dog get rewarded. Like, we should honestly be doing that more in society. I don't get why we don't. There's one. I feel bad for this guy. There's one about this hunter dude, right? He's just trying to provide for his family, kill rabbits so that his family can eat, like him and his wife can eat. And the rabbits are like, no, you shouldn't be killing us. So then they grab his gun and shoot him into a well while his wife watches. First off, I don't care how much I love someone. If I watch them get shot by a rabbit into a well, I'm not saving you, bro. I'm not saving you from that skinwalker. We're gonna call this place Sweet Terry's. Oh wait, Sweet Terry's. No, it'd be, yeah, honey. Sweet Terry's honey. So Terry lives here and he makes some sweet ass honey. That's what he does. Let me get some flowers real quick. So that poor guy tries to, like, feed his wife and gets punished for it. And this is apparently like a good moral example in the book. I don't get how. Let me do this real quick. I quite like this house, actually. This might be like my second favorite build. I think it's the roofs. I think, honestly, a lot of these builds could have been better if I just did the roofs right. Boom, boom, boom. Alright. Yeah, I like that. Actually, I think I'll just keep the red. I was going to add in different colors, but I think... yeah, I think, honestly, just adding in, like, a few of these bushes around, like a few poppies, will really make the place nicer. Yes, this actually looks really cool. I like it. Let me get some glass panes. Let me throw in some glass panes. Throw in a few item frames. Actually, I had a few things I wanted to put up in there. Put them right here. Yes, and then... let me throw in that. Oh, let me get rid of this too. Okay, wait, that's right. I was talking about stuff. So, another one is this person. This one always made me crack up. Crack up? Who the fuck talks like that? This one always made me laugh. And there was like this... so, the story is there was like this kid. And he's going to school. And he just opens his umbrella. Let me get like a few more of those. And he just flies away. I guess the story is don't open your umbrella in a storm. But it's stupid, dude. That's stupid. I'm not messing with you. This is how the story goes. There was a storm. A kid opened up his umbrella and he floated away. What could I have possibly learned from that? Okay, so this is actually more of like a shop than a hut, but I quite like it. I quite like it. For this one, let me change up a few things. This, you. Wait. No, you. No, because I only have, no, I have 2 bottles of honey. You. We're done. Yes, that looks good. This looks good, but I guess the rest that I should do is this. Okay, anyways, back to what I was talking about. This guy goes out into a storm, opens his umbrella, and flies away. No lesson, no nothing. It's just a sad story about some dude who just died. So, you know, the always nice and always safe for children to read German stories went hard, and I quite like them. Maybe I might go and like read them, not like actually read them. Just look at what the pages or like the pictures say, and I just tell you guys what happens from what I remember. I should do that. It was really stupid. It's that book's really dumb. In a good way. In a not mocking type of way. Where is my stone bricks? How do I keep on? Dude, I'm gonna die these shulker boxes. I'm losing my mind. Anyways, you. And I just saw something. Let me do this. But this is the bee hut done. Boom. I quite enjoy this place. I could probably do something with the roof, but I think I'll leave it as it is. Yeah. This is nice. This is Terry's sweet Terry's honey. Actually, it should probably be Terry's sweet honey, but I'm gonna leave it. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed me talking about family lore, random German stories. Oh, and here's the roof I was talking about. I quite like this design. I think I might start using this more. I still like that design too. You know, it's just like the slope, but I like this one too. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll probably plan this out off camera. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.